Hi, surprise. Hi guys, how is everybody doing? I decided I'm gonna do a quick pop in, couple seconds, and be on my way. First off, Happy New Year to everybody. We are in February, but anyways, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. I hope everybody has started the year in a good way. I know we've all, but really, some places you've been really dealing with some weather and whatnot. There's a lot going on, really, and so um, I just want to encourage you, okay? But the reason why I'm popping in really is, of course, it's Heart Health Month, right? February is Heart Health Month, among other things. It's Black History Month, so it's also. But I wanted to pop in and just put or talk about unusual signs and symptoms of heart attack, and that came to me because a lot of folks still ignore the sign simply because it doesn't fit that whole chest pressure. Um i can't i can't breathe, that type of symptoms you often see on TV in the shows. There are all kind of other signs of heart attack that people don't know about, or well, they don't know about, and so they really ignore the symptoms until things are really bad. So and diabetics, of course, again, you do not experience everything the typical way, not always. But that is something for diabetics to keep in mind. Women are just special when it comes to those symptoms because they have the unusual symptoms, when men tend to have the typical symptoms. Of course, the typical symptoms is the chest pressure, the pain, the breaking out in sweat, uh, um, sometimes inability to breathe, and it's typically because of the pain. Um, but some of the unusual symptoms will be really breaking out in a cold sweat without any pain. You just break out in a cold sweat. Another unusual symptom is sudden anxiety. Okay, now mind you, some of these symptoms match other conditions, but today I'm just sharing some unusual symptoms of a heart attack or sometimes angina. So breaking out in the cold, sudden, like very cold sweat, you look pale like you're about to get sick, that type of thing, you want to get checked. Another symptoms is that sudden anxiety or feeling of impending doom. That feeling of impending doom is minus those that have anxiety and anxiety attacks. That's why typically it's so hard, and at the hospital they will do the workup before they break it down to you that okay, you have anxiety. You will have that sudden feeling of something is terribly wrong or I'm about to die. Although it's not a pain, you are not having that clenching pain or whatnot, but that sudden feeling will happen. So that's one of the unusual symptoms. Another typical, I call it typical unusual symptom because it happens often, but people just don't catch it. It's heartburn. It is some severe heartburn. You just have that heartburn symptoms, okay, when it's actually coming from the heart. And sometimes that pain coming from the heart mimics heartburn symptoms. And sometimes you can have just heartburn so bad that it mimics a heart attack. I can speak for that. But no, it's true. It is something that happens. Another symptoms folks are more familiar with is a pain that goes neck pain. I'm just having jaw, neck pain, arm pain, elbow, especially women. Women will just have it in the elbow, just that pain in the elbow, nothing else. That's an unusual symptom. Okay. Let me see if I covered all of my typical unusual. Fatigue, just tired. I just can't. I'm just tired, and that is something again that will be kind of more like sudden, in a matter of a couple of days, or just blank sudden. Just fatigue can function. Shortness of breath is another. Although you are having a hard time breathing, is likely because you are having that lack of oxygen issues going on. And it will go into the fatigue, and folks tend to ignore those symptoms. They just kind of ignore it, which is not always cool. And what else? The feeling of impending doom, the heartburn. I think I've covered most of what I want to think of, right? So, and of course, the typical symptoms everybody know about. Sometimes folks who have symptoms that will actually manifest on some weird sides, nothing happening here. Sometimes back pain. Sometimes folks will have back pain. So I just wanted to pop in. It's been what, 1 minute, 2 minutes? And it's been a long time. Hi, Jonathan. I see you. But I just wanted to pop in quickly and just drop those things and just remind you, this is the month to try to maybe try, right? This is a month to maybe try to think about, your heart health. What you are doing for your heart health. Typically, when you are taking measures to help your heart, it's the whole body you are helping, really. So, I was challenged to cut out all artificial sugar, which I do pretty good with, but I've relaxed a little bit. So that's one thing I'm gonna go back to, really cutting. And by artificial, I mean processed sugar, because I rather have honey or things like that. So what is something you think you can do that will not be so difficult on you, to help your heart health? On this note, I'm gonna wish you all a happy rest of the Sunday and a fantastic